responsible, reputable breeder. It's like military intelligence. It's an oxymoron. And I was just talking to myself that whole time. Tucker, he don't want you to. Tuck, he don't want you to. Benny said no. Benny said no mean no, and boundaries mean something. Even with boys. Go on. Go on. Leave him alone. Leave him alone, you little man lover. Good boy, just leave him be. Huh? Oh, Ben, no. That's more than no business, huh? Have a kiss? You're my best friend, Benny. You're my best friend, Benny, with a pointed lip. With a pointed lip. I was just listening to the Cranberries, Zombie. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. I just like having these little talks in the way I feel about things. Mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. Locally, on a community level, things are cool. I love sharing, man. I'm that kid. You want some of my fries? I'm that kid. Want some more butts? Want some more Doritos? Want some? Because they're so good and I like them so much. I can't keep that stuff to myself. Hold on a sec. I gotta get something. Tut-tut! Stop suckling on Benny. Oh no, where is it? There it is. This is one of my friends. I can't stand itches on my back. Makes me a little nutty. So this is my best friend. Anyway, I think it was related to when I had the chicken pox. Because they're like, lay still, don't scratch. And it was like, oh God, it was miserable. We didn't have air conditioning. We lived in Redding, California, north of Redding, California. It was like 117 that summer. It was like, some places, little spots, it hit 120. And we're so poor, there's like 2 hours in the afternoon that Mom could run the swamp cooler. And all it did is like blow hot or wire around. But what I would do is I'd go soak in the bathtub till the cold water got warm, and then I go lay in front, and then I just go back and forth from the water to the swamp cooler. Hi, Aaron. You just got here. Welcome home. So I don't like itching and scratching much. Everything, man. I'm getting more sensitive to everything. It's so weird. I never thought I'd be that person. I've seen this person before. I've known him. But not in a lot of women, more in men, but energy's energy. So people are beginning to see in frequency. I personally attribute it to people looking at that great American solar eclipse that happened in 2017. The 21st of August, if I remember right. Somewhere around there. 20th, 21st of August. Because that was a big deal. That was the beginning of the awakening. Incidentally. And a lot of... one of them. There's lots of them. People are trying... That's what this whole life, I think, is about. Is to get you awakened to different levels. Different realizations. You know? When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You know, I've always, I wear glasses. I've worn glasses since I was 12. I was always really hard on glasses. I went through a lot of pairs of glasses. I broke a lot of glasses. I'm rough on stuff, is what they used to say. I'm hard on things. I'm rough and tumble. And so I just kind of got used to just, I use them when I need them. But, even when I worked in corporate America, I would misplace them all the time. Because I'm so used to not wearing them. And I'd set them down at people's desks when I would be sitting there to address an IT incident that they were having. Issue, whatever you want to call it. And then, And then, I don't like this song right now. My whole train of thought just railed. Excuse me, I got the burps. I had to buy mom's ice cream. I got some strawberry pudding cake to go on top of it. I forgot what I was saying. I hate when my train of thought derails. He don't come back. Not when anybody's around to hear. Oh, the frequency. I can go back to how people are. I've always seen, because I did hung out with the fun guy, ate mushrooms, and did plenty of my fair share of LSD, Alice. That's what they called it, Had some really good stuff, had some bunk stuff, So I know what. I know that, and I understand the chemical principles of it too, so what it does. And I know that if people can see these things, and have the realizations that they have when they open their mind with aid, I know that they can do it without it. And that's what people's, because the shamanic resonance is speeding up and everything's speeding up. Well, so are we. So when you speed up, you're literally dialing up and you're tuning into higher frequencies. And people are seeing stuff. I love watching that Gina UFO lady because she's been watching the webcams. He fucking made his way back there, you little bastard. And she just gets so excited about seeing the frequency in the webcams and stuff like that. And I was just like, I've never not seen in frequency. And so I welcome it. I'm so excited that other people are beginning to see, are beginning to have the open heart and the eyes to see. Makes me happy, That's a great awakening. This great awakening, it's going to be different for everybody. It's not everybody on the planet is going to have the same experience. Everybody, depending on their astrology and their Akashic records and their karma, it's all contingent on that. We're pretty good, Mom. We feel pretty good here, huh? Yeah. We got invited to stay an extra year. So we got 2 years. That's just extra time to save money. Right? And help more people. I love see, people donate to contribute to my channel, and I just share what I get. I got some bomb ass freaking cheese bleh. Take two. I got some bomb ass crab cakes from my Earth Angel, one of them. And Mom and I had them and it was just like, oh, it reminded, because when I was a little girl, I was like 3 years old. I got my first crab net, my first crab cage. And I just wanted to go, and that's all I wanted to do was go crabbing. Can we go crabbing? Can we go crabbing? Can we go crabbing? We go under the docks in Morro Bay. And I would just watch the crabs go into it. And I would just have to wait and wait. And it was so hard. But then I'd catch them. And then we'd eat them. Oh, and then I always thanked them for what they're offering, what they gave to us. Because they're so good. And see, and I lived in Omaha, and I lived in Omaha 15 years. I don't trust, it's fresh frozen. I don't trust, and all that farm raised shit, don't insult my taste buds. I did, but these crab cakes, they're freaking good, man. They're from Chesapeake Bay crab cakes. Freaking. So I'm going to share some with my friend, DB. She's going to be my tour guide this spring. Yeah. Man, I keep looking at this vegetation around here, and I was just like, oh, it's like scary. It's all thick and stuff. I might just get hedge trimmers or something. Just like, oh, it's scary. So, yeah, I'm still not going to unpack, but that takes the pressure off. I hope people don't get too scared. That's the thing, is with what their heart space is. If you're a fearful person, you're going to start seeing stuff that's going to scare the shit out of you. We tell us what we see. We tell us. And I went to the tax store today. That was cool. I always like going there. They got this stuff. They got this stuff for Tutuk's ear, and it works, but it doesn't have the hydrocortisone, so I might just switch over and try it. They're going to try and get it, but I think they're going to have trouble. You know what I learned today? This is what some fucked up shit. Everybody's a junkie. There's more junkies on this planet of all economic backgrounds and socio status. There's so many junkies. There's junkies ruling the world. Fucking Boo Biden's a fucking total lush. He's a total wet brain. Dude can't even freaking... Dude's going crazy with all these... I think they're just... Here, old man, sign this shit. Here, old man. I mean, Mom, he was signing this pile of executive orders like... I don't even know. He's like... He's a freaking lunatic, man. But this is what the astrology was saying. Is that people are losing their minds, and then us reasonable people, once they short out, they freaking nut up, freaking fall off the planet, do whatever they're gonna do, then us reasonable people will step forward and start helping the healing. Because a lot of people, this corporate crap of America that this country has turned into, it's a bloody insult to us veterans, a freaking insult. It's freaking insulting that any veteran stepped off this country in the name of freedom only to come back to this fucking shit and to watch it. And I can't... Please, God, may the evil fall. That's all the fuck I can do. Because anything else, just see, in all the states, it's just corruption. It's just more piles of corruption and these D-bags. These D-bags ruling the world. And us good people, just good people are just like, what the fuck are these fucking retards doing, man? What are these fucking idiots doing? What are they doing? None of it. It's all business. And I want to live on a planet where people matter more than money. And I can't seem to find it anywhere. I've lived in Nebraska. I've lived in Oregon. I've lived in California. I was in Arizona for a blip. And now I've been all over this country to find pockets of people that are not freaking cowards, are not so fearful that they can't go out with a face diaper. Because you know what? They have a faith in God. And I had a really cool conversation with the man tonight. It was earlier today when I went to the supermarket. His mom was out of apples and ice cream. We can't have either of those. So, he was probably in his 60s. He was buying he was in, I don't think I caught his name. Usually I ask people their name. I didn't catch his name. But he was buying two cartons of eggs, 18 packs of eggs, because his daughter came over last night. And he just went to the store yesterday, and God did that, and then she wiped him out of eggs. So he was just back for eggs. And we were talking, and I was like, oh, come on, step forward. You can just put, because I just had a basket. I just carried a basket, and I was just like, come forward. You can put your eggs down. And so he was close, and we were talking, and I was like, it's nice to, to be in close proximity with a stranger. Everybody's so afraid. And he's like, if it's your time, it's your time. And I'm like, I know. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You just got to live decent every day. So the people that don't live decent every day, they're the ones that are freaking out. So we had a real good conversation, that guy and I. And I was like, and he was like, and he was telling me his experience because he worked at a county or so. He showed me his logo last time. I don't know. It didn't ring a bell to me. I'm new here. But I'm just like, oh yeah, I already know how it's done here. I went down to the barbershop on a Saturday, and the freaking old boy who's been, with the state of New Mexico for how long, drives he and his boy down for a haircut on a Saturday. It's all misappropriation of funds. This whole country is based on misappropriation of funds. I've actually done a talk, I believe, called Misappropriation of Funds. And I talk about, in my life, all the misappropriation of funds I've seen. But, don't take my word for it. It's so funny. I love it. All the astrologies talk about all these people collaborating, talking. I'm like, hey, if you ever want to talk to Heyoka, I'm down. Nobody wants to talk to Heyoka. I'm pretty accurate, though, because if you go back to my beginning of my channel, like 3 years ago, I'm talking about what's happening now. So Maybe some of the stuff that I talk about now we'll see happen in 3 years. Maybe not. Who knows? But I've always been pretty I'm pretty good at see. Well, because I take everything into account, and that's the thing that's scary right now is there's so many junkies, and they're freaking irrational, and they're crazy, and they don't care about hurting people. And to a lot of them, it's really fun. We got robbed, or I didn't get robbed, but the property got robbed. And that pisses me off because I sleep with the fan on, you know. It happened in the middle of the night, and they did it 2 nights, but one of them I think I heard something. I did. No, I didn't. But no, because it was both times. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's the thing is like, I don't usually get those tinges of like feeling violated and stuff like that kind of thing, because I'm like, dude, I sleep with a fan. That's one of the reasons why I sleep. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna freaking maybe get a couple pictures maybe out the bathroom window. I could have done that maybe, but I can't confront people anymore. My body's too tired. And every freaking crazy mofo, and they're all freaking druggies and stuff, and they all got guns and shit, and it just ain't even safe. So, I'm pretty confident they'll get it back. So stupid to take a trailer like that in such a small town. So stupid. Everybody knows everybody. It's so stupid. But we'll see how the story unfolds, you know. And it had sentimental value. That's the part that's really shitty, dude. Dude's dad made that. He made all the like iron around the windows and stuff. They're really cool. They have little aliens and little guys on them and stuff. Master craftsman, died young. It happens all the time. So I've been watching Gematria and all the death by numbers. I knew it. It's like every time somebody dies, I go over to Zach's channel and just wait for him to put the numbers out. And I'm just like, okay, it's so funny, Mom. All these rich and famous people, they live and die by numbers. And he was talking about how Oprah got reprimanded by Masonics for wearing a Masonic sweatshirt or something. A Masonry, and I'm just like, do the Masons know that we know? Do the Jesuits know that we're catching on? Do they know that we know yet? That that they're the culprits? But see, the world ain't gonna change because money matters too much to people. People haven't got to the heart space of what matters. People are still doing stupid shit for money and jobs. I keep hearing it. That's like a common denominator. I keep hearing from the astrologers and stuff. It's like, I just have to have I'm gonna be redundant here. I have to work here because it's, I need this job for whatever reason. And I'm like, people are gonna start figuring out how to make money in other ways by other than serving the beast. And a lot of people won't. But that's the thing is, it's their life path, and everybody's wake up is something different, dude. And there's not just one awakening. People in life are waking up to different ways of life and being all the time. I was 15. God, I've had a lot of great awakenings. A lot of negative ones. I don't know, a lot of them, not negative ones. Some positive too, but gosh, a lot of negative. Because once you realize the darkness of how people really can't, there are people that eat people's faces off. They straight up eat people's faces off, man. And it's fun to them. These people exist, and we're living in a society where the majority of it looks at it and goes, that doesn't happen. And, because they think if they say that it's not real. And that there's 800,000 missing kids every year in the great nation of the USA. USA. This country is a laughing stock, man. It's a laughing stock. As the freaking hockey coach on Letterkenny would say, it's fucking embarrassing. They go off on a tangent. Or how he does his wife, but I'm not gonna, I don't go off on those kind of tangents. Anyway, so it was really cool having a conversation with that guy today. Because we have the same, you know, we kind of came from the same heart space, he and that guy, you know. You know, it was kind of neat. But, and then when I went to the tack shop, I learned that you can't freaking, people like local farmers and stuff like that can't get antibiotics and things like that for their cow or chickens now. And cows, chickens, and now they're talking about not selling penicillin anymore, that you can't get it in the mail. So, because so many people are using wackadoo shit with it. That's stupid, dude. That's stupid. That's serving the you know, that's inconveniencing a whole lot of people that are, that's just that's the thing, man. These bureaucrats and these freaking politicians, they're freaking idiots. They don't know, they don't eat ramen. They've never ate ramen. They don't know what it's like to struggle. And that's where the real resourcefulness comes from. When you have to freaking figure shit out. And these fuckers never figured shit out. They're still not figuring shit out. As long as I've done my tube, I want every single politician to go down and Bo Biden, all of you, whatever you VP, all of you go down into your local freaking tent cities and sleep for 3 nights and hang out for 4 days amongst your real, true constituents. That won't happen. You get your purple suit dirty. It ain't gonna get no dirtier than you are. It's a circle of greed. People have just sat back and watched it for years thinking that, oh, if we vote, then we're gonna get what we want. Is everybody living how they want right now? Everybody happy? It is freaking embarrassing. I just sit back and I'm like, okay. So, a virus broke out. Bioweapon engineering. Bleh. This is what we exercised for it when I was in Offutt 20 years ago. This is what we played. And they just made it happen because they can, and all the frickin' sheeple. Okay, well, just do what I'm told, just because I always did what I was told. They're all stupid frickin' retarded rules, but I'll just do it because that's what I do. I just do what I'm told. I've never done nah. What happens if this happens? What happens if we do this? I've always questioned everything. Maybe that's why nobody wanted me to freaking come live in their state. Maybe that's why I had to go all the way to northern New Mexico, for people that didn't know who I am. Everything's kismet. It's pretty freaking cool. More wind too? Damn. Nah, it'll be alright. We're supposed to get snow tonight. It's just crappy. But, oh, I also got other cool loot today. I can't believe I was going to forget that. I like showing the loot I get, Ma. You sleeping? Am I put you to sleep yet? I got this cool Ultraviolet 10 Years of Violet Days by a dude or chick named Chris Monroe. 10 years of ghost stories and other spooky stuff. 10 years of bittersweet childhood memories. 10 years of squirrels and skeletons. 10 years of violet days. And then because I said the other day that I wanted to take up sewing. Oops. So I got someone's DM sent me some shears. I'm left-handed, but I'm ambidextrous. I already tried them. I can do them with both hands. So that was cool. So I'm excited. That just tells me, because it just helps me do stuff when, to help pass the time, Might as well do something productive. Kind of a deal. So that was kind of a cool thing. So all in all, we had a pretty cool day. I tried to keep the news out. I'm just leaving the news out. Oh, if you guys want some educational type things, and are trying to learn more about astrology and things like that, it doesn't matter what level you are. Rick Levine just and Amanda Poole Wash just did a part 2 of the little gifts, the little what they represent and what they mean. They just wrapped it up. I dig Rick because he comes from like a scientific background too, so he kind of melds it all together like I do. He's an Aries sun. I think he's Aries other stuff too. Merlin. He would have been cool to meet when I was up in the Pacific Northwest. You know, I drove up to Oregon, or not Oregon, Washington a couple times when I was up there. I saw Sadhguru up there. And I saw Lady Gagoo before she went all flippy-twipty. Lucy Boo Boo. Fairy tale loving. Oh, I did see something weird in the mainstream today about the cannibalism storyline. So I know it's starting to peek through. It's going to start coming out. Is that this dude that Key Jin actually talks about? I never heard of him before in my freaking life. Army Hammer or some shit like that. Anybody's rumored about, and he like makes stupid jokes with his kid, just like that freaking weird chick, that Tegan freaking. They just, it's not cute. It's not funny. It's disgusting. And evidently, old boy's doing a new cannibal-based movie, because that's all we need in the world is more cannibal shit, right? More people to be desensitized, you know. Then they take all the freaking demographics of the people that see that movie, and then they start putting, you know, baiting them. Let's put these, you know, recommendations in there, you know. It's just how it works, dude. The nefarious find the nefarious, and they do it however they want. And so, his estranged wife, like, read the fact that he was going to do this movie, you know, what the storyline was and stuff, and she commented on it, no period words, period. People are, the veil is coming down. People are just going to be like, hey man, this is me. I like chomping down on a freaking, you know. They started desensitizing that, like, Walking Dead and stuff like that, you know. What video games? Just freaking don't look at a human being as a spiritual soul sack, as a vessel of God. Don't look at it as a human being like that. You it's something that you freaking put things in holes and freaking hack and do all sort of weird stuff or to serve things that are not God. Oftentimes in the name of God. So what are you gonna do? What do you do with that, Ma? Oh, Benny escaped the suckling tuck. But, so, I think that's about all I got for now. I got me some Cherry Garcia ice cream today. I never had it before. And I keep seeing things going off the shelf. And I'm thinking, I'm going to try some stuff. Just in case. You never know. You never know when production stops or when supply chains break down. You never know. So, there's some stuff I want to try.